ॐ श्री गणेशाय नमः। ॐ श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रीराम जय जय राम। 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 जय जय राम। जय जय राम। ॐ रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीतायाः पतये नमः। ॐ श्रीरामचन्द्राय नमः। अतुलितबलधामं हेमशैलाभदेहं दनुजवनकृशानुं ज्ञानिनामग्रगण्यं सकलगुणनिधानं वानराणामधीशं रघुपतिप्रियभक्तं वातजातं नमामि। रघुपतिप्रियभक्तं वातजातं नमामि। ॐ श्री हनुमते नमः। ॐ ध्यायामि चिन्मयानन्दं गुरुदेवं महामतिं प्रेमपूर्णं क्रियाशीलं सदा लोकहिते रतं कृपालुं सुन्दराकारं समर्थं सत्यदर्शिनं वाचा तत्त्वप्रकाशिन्या शोकमोहविनाशिनम्। ॐ श्रीचिन्मयसद्गुरवे नमः। ॐ नमः श्रीतुलसीदास सद्वरिष्ठाय धीमते पूरितं हृदयं येन रामप्रेमामृतेन मे। ॐ श्रीतुलसीदासाय नमः। Hari Om, a very warm welcome to this series with which we will be concluding the Aranyakand. In the previous series, we completed the Navadha Bhakti. We will chant that because still we have not completed the 36 Chaupai, but the Navadha Bhakti we had completed. We will chant that portion of Navadha Bhakti and then proceed. Prathama Bhagati Santana Karasanga Dusari Rati Mama Katha Prasanga Gurupada Pankaj Seva Tisari Bhagati Amana Chauti Bhagati Mama Gunagana करैकपटत जिगान मंत्र जाप मम दृढ़ विश्वासा पंचम भजन सुबेद प्रकाशा छटदम शील बिरति बहु कर्मा निरत निरंतर सज्जन धर्मा सातव सम मोहिमय जग देखा मोते संत अधिक करिलेखा आठव जथा लाभ संतोषा सपनिहु नहीं देखई पर दोषा नवम सरल सब सन छलहीना मम भरोसहि हर्षन दीना. 9 forms of bhakti we have seen, and we should also know from our standpoint of view these are bhakti lakshanas, and this is bhakti shikshanam for all of us. It is a teaching of the doctrine of bhakti. As far as Shabari Mata is concerned, it is bhakti varadana from Bhagavan to Mata Shabari. It is a boon for Shabari Mata. At the same time, it is bhakti mahima when it comes to the glory, the praises by Bhagavan of Shabari Mata. These are the 3 very important parts which we see in Navadha Bhakti. Continuing, नव महु एक उजिन के होई नारी पुरुष सचराचर कोई सोई अतिशय प्रिय भामिनी मोरे सकल प्रकार भगति दृढ़ तोरे जोगी वृंद दुर्लभ गति जोई तो कहूँ आजु सुलभ भई सोई मम दरस फल परम अनुपा जीव पावनी सहज स्वरूपा. Bhagavan says, one need not work for getting all the 9 forms of bhakti. Each one of them is really difficult for a common man because of what? Because of his externalities of life, extrovertedness in life, giving validation to the objects and beings of the world outside, who is turned towards the outer world. For such people, they are very, very, very difficult. However, he says, Navamahu ekavu. He says, even at least one of the 9 forms of bhakti, jinke hoi, if somebody could catch up with any one of them. Or we also saw from the Bhagavatam, Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnoho Smaranam Padasevanam Archanam Vandanam Dasyam Sakhyam Atma Nivedanam. Very small differences, that's all. Any ekavu jinke hoi nari purusha sacharachara koi, whoever it be, nari or purusha sacharachara, anybody for that matter. Soi atisaya priti bhamini more. Hey Bhamini, a beautiful lady. Sakala prakara bhagati dhridatore. As far as you are concerned, you have got all the 9. But common man, even if he gets one among the 9, soi atisaya priti, they become most dear to me. Ramchandra ji says, even if one bhakti if I can have and he becomes more dear to me, Shabari Mata has got all the 9 forms. How much dear Bhagavan should be. So that is what he says. you have got all the 9 forms. You are the dearest to me. Jogi Brinda Durlabhagati Joyi. This, what you have reached today, that pinnacle of bhakti, what you have reached, hey Shabari Mata, Jogi Brinda, even the group of yogis, Durlabhagati Joyi, for them, even great yogis, it is so difficult for them to reach that state. To kahu aaju sulabh bhai soi, and for you it has become so easy to reach. Mama darasana phala parama anupa. Anupa, incomparable, is the fruit of seeing me. Again, please note, Bhagavan is making a clear indication that he is that supreme. Mama darasana phala paramanupa, that fruit of seeing me is so incomparable, jiva pavanija sahaja sarupa, that the soul, the individual jiva, attains its natural state. What is its natural state? Bereft of, beyond the concept of Sharira, Mana, Buddhi, Chitta, Hankara. None of them are there. They reach that natural state of Aham Brahmasmi. I am that supreme. That supreme state where there is no difference at all. Ekameva Dvitiyam Brahma. That natural state one attains. Now Shabariji, please note, this is told to Shabariji. And Shabariji, she has not only reached the pinnacle of Saguna Bhakti, she has also reached the ultimate end of Nirguna Bhakti. Both. And that, hey Mata, you are already realized soul. Just by your bhakti towards my feet, you are already a realized soul. Nirguna Brahma Tattva you have realized. Therefore, don't have to worry at all. And, certain things cannot be expressed at all. You remember during this Navavidha Bhakti, we said, she is already reached Nirguna Brahma. When Ramchandraji entered Shabariji's ashram, she became thoughtless. Thoughtless meaning what? Thoughtless, including the thought that there is no thought, which is Nirguna Brahma only. She had already reached then and there the moment she saw Bhagavan. And after that, what more? Navavidha Bhakti taught by Bhagavan personally, one-to-one to Shabari Mata. What more is required? Think. Therefore, now, after saying all that, Ramchandraji slowly asks her. Now see. Janaka suta kai sudhi bhamini, janahi kahu kari baragamini, पंपा सरहि जाहु रघुराई, तह होई ही सुग्रीव मिताई, सो सब कहि देव रघुबीरा, जानत हूँ पूछहु मति धीरा, बार बार प्रभु पद सिरुनाई, प्रेम सहित सब कथा सुनाई, कही कथा सकल बिलोकि हरि मुख हृदय पद पंकज धरे, तजि जोग पावक देह हरि पद लीन भई जह नहीं फिरे, नर विविध कर्म अधर्म बहुमत शोक प्रद सब त्यागहु, विश्वास करि कह दास तुलसी राम पद अनुराग हूँ। जातिहीन अघ जन्म मही, मुक्त कीन्ही असी नारी। महामंद मन सुख चहसी, ऐसे प्रभु ही बिसारी। सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। उमापति महादेव की जय, बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय। सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। जनक सुता कई सुधि भामिनी, जानहि कहूँ करि बर गामिनी। He slowly asked her, Hey Bhamini, oh my dear wonderful lady, Janakasuta kahi sudhi? Did you come to know anything about Janakasuta Sita? Janahi kahun kari bar gamini. My good lady, tell me if you know anything about her. Let me know. And then Karibara Gamini, she is a very, very beautiful lady. Now this Karibara Gamini can mean Sita ji as well as Sabari Mata. It can mean both. Because earlier line we have seen, so the Bhamini he said. And here, Janai kahu, you know anything? Karibara Gamini here can mean Sita ji because he has told Bhamini earlier. Or it can be Janakasuta kahi sudhi Bhamini. About that Sita ji or Karibara Gamini to Shabari Mata. Then very beautifully Shabari Mata tells him, Pampa sarahi jahu Raghurai. Hey Raghurai, please go to the Pampa lake. There are two things. One is Pampa lake, another one is Pampa river. Alright, here it is Pampa lake. Taha hoihi Sugriva mitai. When you go there, you will make friends with Sugriva. Vanara Raja, Sugriva. Great Mata Shabari with her Jnana Shakti. Trikala Jnani. She tells, you will make friends with Sugriva. So sabakahi deva raghuraya bira. He will tell you everything. My lord, he will tell you everything. Don't worry. Janatahu puchahu matidira. And you ask me, Janatahu, you know everything. Puchahu matidira. Knowing everything, why are you asking me? But look at the shift. Earlier, he talked about Shabariji and told her that you are the embodiment of the Navadha Bhakti, and having seen me, you will reach an incomparable state. That means what? There, he identifies himself as the Supreme. But at the same time, quietly he shifts to the Nara Avatara and the Swabhava of the Nara Avatara, and he asks her, did you see Sita ji? The reason is, Bhagavan is so kind. Bhagavan, he wants, earlier also we have seen, he wants to respect every single devotee of his. And he wants to boost their morale. He wants to make them feel important. He wants to make them feel good. He also wants to make them feel blessed, which he has already done to them. That is the glory of Bhagavan, isn't it? And also we have seen one more thought. I think you should not forget that. Bhagavan could have done anything only by sankalpa, but he has come all the way walking so many hundreds of kilometers to bless all his devotees who are quietly surrendering themselves at his feet and having so much of love for him. Therefore, to bless them, he has taken this whole yatra. And here he had blessed Shabariji. Now she says, you know everything. And then you ask me, Rama, what is this? बार बार प्रभु पद सिरुनाई प्रेम सहित सब कथा सुनाई. You know, bowing her head again and again, again and again, again and again at the feet of Bhagavan. She is not convinced at all. She is so happy. And prema sahita, with lots of love, sab katha sunai. She tells all the stories. Now here there are two ways of thinking. The story what she has told can be of Sugriva. You know who is Sugriva, where you are going to go and meet him. He is of this person. She must have also talked about Vali and all whatever has happened. We will see later. Or she can also she would have told about Matanga Rishi, who gave her this sadhana, mantra japa sadhana, and made her sit down and focus and chant this mantra. Bhagavan will come to you. You don't have to go to Bhagavan. Bhagavan will come to you. That is the glory of Bhagavan. When our devotion is complete, is supreme, in the sense what? We have completely surrendered our ego at his feet, then we don't have to go anywhere. He will come to you. And therefore, now here she had spoken about Matanga Rishi, of his ashram, how he had taken care of all the brahmacharis, and then told her to be here. All that katha she must have told. Kahi katha sakala biloki hari mukha hridaya pada pankaj dhare. After telling the whole story, Kahi katha sakala biloki, she completely was gazing at Harimukha, at the beautiful face of Bhagavan Sri Ramchandra Ji. Hridaya pada pankaja dhare. In her heart, she kept the lotus feet of Bhagavan Sri Ramchandra Ji. Taji joga pavaka deha hari padali na bhai jahanahi pire. And Yoga Pavaka, through her Yoga Shakti. She's a great tapasvi, is it not? We have seen. With her Yoga Shakti, Tapas Shakti, Pavaka Deha, she brought fire to her body and the body was dropped. She dropped her body. Hari Pada Leena Bhaye, she completely became one with Hari Pada, meaning she had already reached Nirvana Pada. Jahi nahi phire, where she need not have come, she need not to come. Yad gatva na nivartante tad dhama paramam mama, Gita says. That supreme pada where yad gatva, having gone there, na nivartante, there is no coming back, meaning she is one with Bhagavan. That place, through her mantra japa siddhi, she gained that Brahma. And now see, this siddhi is not salokya, is not sarupya, it's not samipya. Neither of them, none of them, but it is what? Sayujya. Sayujya is what? That merging. In our words, we say merging. Actually, there is nothing called merging. See, merging is only when you have two that you merge. But here, she realized her own true nature and became one with it. नर बिबिध कर्म अधर्म बहुमत शोक पद सब त्यागहु. Tulsidas says, hey man, hey Nara, vividha karma adharma bahumata soka prada sabatyagahu. You give up, abandon all your varied activities which causes sin. Meaning, give up all the diverse activities which only create sin. Selfish activities, harming activities, all that you give. Why? It gives birth to sorrow alone. Shoka prada. It only will give sorrow. Therefore, give up tyagahu. विश्वास करि कह दास तुलसी राम पद अनुरागहु. With pure faith, genuine faith, Tulsidas says, be devoted to the feet of Rama. Rama pada anuragahu. All you need is pure, uncontaminated love towards Ramchandraji's feet. You will reach him. Nothing more is required. No Shastra Jnana also is required. Only surrender at the feet of Rama is more than sufficient. You will reach that pada. What are you thinking? Why are you waiting? Jatihina agha janma mahi mukta ki asinari. This Nari, Shabari, she reached the final beatitude. What is beatitude? Supreme being. B-E, be, not become. Be attitude. She has reached that. And if a woman can reach that, being an outcast, jati hina, aha janma, she has been born the lowest caste. This also indicates the lowest caste here can definitely be a mine of sin also, but that caste people, even they can reach Ramapada. Therefore, nobody needs to doubt. All you need is purity in heart and complete surrender at Bhagavan Ramchandraji's feet. Mahamanda mana sukha chahasi aise prabhu hi bisar. You will see, you will be the happiness itself. And, O foolish mind, Tulsidas says, O foolish mind, aise prabhu hi bisar. By forgetting such a great master, you will only gain sin. Instead, be in love with Bhagavan's feet, you will gain that supreme itself. Continuing. Chale Rama tyaga ban sovu atulita bala narake hari dovu बिरहीव प्रभु करत विषादा कहत कथा अनेक संवादा लक्ष्मण देखो विपिन कई शोभा देखत केहि कर मन नहीं क्षोभा नारी सहित सब खग मृग वृंदा मानहु मोरी करत हहि निंदा हम ही देखी मृग निकर पराई मृगी कहि तुम कह भय नाई तुम आनंद करहु मृग जाये कंचन मृग खोजनये आये संगलाई करिनी करिलेई मानहु मोहि सिखावनु देई शास्त्र सुचिंतित पुनि पुनि देखिय भूप सुसेवित बस नहीं लेखिय राखिय नारी जदपि उर माही जुबती शास्त्र निपति बस नाही, देखहु तात बसंत सुहावा, प्रियाहीन मोहि भय उपजावा, बिरह बिकल बलहीन मोहि, जानि सिनिपट अकेल, सहित विपिन मधुकर खग, मदन कीन बग मेल, देखि गयउ भ्राता सहित, तासु दूत सुनि बात, डेरा कीन्हे वो मनहु तब, कटकु हटकि मन जात, सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय, सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। भगवान रामचंद्र जी शिफ्ट completely to Manavavatara Rupa. He brings in that particular state of mind. Chale Ram Tyaga Ban Sovu. Ramchandra ji and Lakshman ji, they left that forest and proceeded further. Shabari Mata has reached. Atulita Bala Narake Hari Dovu. Atulita Bala Ke Hari. They like great, ultimately powerful. Like two lions, Kehari, Dovu. Two lions with immeasurable strength. Birahi eva Prabhu Karata Bishada. Now, that kind of a person, Ramchandra ji, like a lion, but then right now he is smitten, he is stung with what? Pangs of separation. Separation from whom? Sita ji naturally. Kahata katha aneka sambada. On the way, after leaving this particular grama where Shabari was there, on the way while going, he went on saying so many stories to Lakshmanji. Please note, Lakshmanji is quiet. He is absolutely silent. He is quietly listening. Bhagavan has earlier said, he is my Bahiprana. Bhagavan is completely filled in Lakshmanji's heart. And while Bhagavan is talking about the stories, he is quietly listening and following him, quietly following Bhagavan's footsteps. Lachimana dekhu bipina kai sobha. Hey Lakshmana, look at this beautiful forest. So beautiful. Wonderful flowers. Excellent birds. Dekhata kahi karamana nahi choba. Whose heart will not be happy? Whose heart will not be kindled, stirred? Looking at this wonderful sight, everybody will love to be here. Nari sahita sabha khaga mriga brinda. And look at that. The separation is expressed differently. How? He says, united with the other half, their mates. All these swarms of birds, groups and herds of all animals, deer, manahumori karatahi ninda. As it were, they are all coming and they are all looking at me. They are all going together. The male and the female are going together. They are looking at me and as though they are laughing at me. Ninda. Hamahi dekhi mriga nikara parai. When the deers look at me and move away in fear, the she deer, she calls and says, hey, come here, come here, come here, come here. Tumakaha bhaya nahi. Mrigi kahahi. Mrigi, the female deer, she told, Tumakara bhaya nahi. You don't have to get afraid of. He is not going to do anything to you. Why? Tuma anandakaram mrigajaye. You have nothing to fear because you can enjoy yourself. Oh dear. Kanchana mriga khojanaye aaye. They have come searching for the golden deer. You and I need not worry. Be here. Don't run away. The she deer tells the he deer, he has come to seek golden deer. Why are you running? Stay here. Sangalai karini karilehi manahu mohi sikhavanu dehi. Karini, even the female elephant, they also, the elephants have got this particular nature, we will call it as nature. They always stick together. They keep themselves, together. And in fact, they will keep rubbing their skin, each other. Like that, even if it is baby elephant, the baby elephant will go near the mother, come out, again go in, again come out, again go in. We have seen so many videos, isn't it? So beautiful, and the little baby elephants are so cute. The way they play, my God, so cute. Even the male elephants and female elephants, they were not afraid because nobody will kill female. That's a niyama those days. Therefore, male elephants also was not very afraid of. Manahumohi sikhavanu dehi. They are all happy and they are all living together so beautifully, is as though they are teaching me. Sikhavanu mohi. And that, what is they teaching here? A man should never leave his wife alone. And look at that. Shastra suchintita puni dekhiya. There is one statement elsewhere. Shastra nipati yuvati must never be taken for granted. One must never be left alone another. Why? Shastra suchintita puni dekhiya. Looking at the Shastra, again and again, puni dekhiya, again and again you have to understand. You must read, you must reflect, you must contemplate, and you will find every time. Gurudev always used to tell, while we were in the course, Vedanta course, Parampuja Gurudev was taking Viveka Chudamani classes for us. And there are certain sets of shlokas which are very powerful shlokas. So what Gurudev used to do, during our dinner time, lunch time and dinner time, both times, we used to chant 15th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. Urdhva moolam adhashakam ashwatham prahuravi. 15th chapter. That is specifically chanted before a meal. Generally not during breakfast, lunch and dinner. In the ashram it is being chanted. Aham vaishwanaro bhutva praninam deham ashitaha prana apanu samayuktaha pachami annam chaturvidam. Such shlokas are seen in the 15th chapter. Therefore we chant that. But Gurudev during the course he said, other times you can chant all of that. Now from today for 10 days Viveka Chudamani 10th chapter, those 10 slokas, one specific 10 slokas were there. Chant that every time. I will come 10 minutes early and you have to listen to your chanting. And you would come 10 minutes early and you would make us chant. So there are specific groups of shlokas which are very, very powerful in nature. Those shlokas, you can't when you read the translation, you will get one particular idea. He would always say, read it again and again, again and again. And especially when it came to Gita, Gurudev would say, every time you read the shloka, you will have a new dimension of meaning, he would say. And which is true. It is not only Bhagavad Gita, you take any other Shastra also. Viveka Chodamani, Ramayan, Tulsi Ramayan. Any Shastra for that sake, you take, and every time you see, again and again when you see, you will have a different dimensions. And they're so deep in nature. Therefore, Shastra Suchintita, however well you have studied, Puni Dekhiya, see it again and again, study it again and again for newer dimension of vision. Bhupa Susevita Basa Nahi Lekhiya. When it comes to the king, however well you have served the king, some at particular time you must understand, never depend on the king also. This thought is very important, which indicates never depend on anybody for anything. To the extent possible, be independent. Why? You won't know when people will give you hath. Give you hath means there are two types. One will give you hath to lift you or give hath to drop you. People can be anything. Why? They also live with attitudes. They also will with some mental thoughts. The thoughts can vary. Today that person is extremely good. Tomorrow he is a terrible monster. Third day, some other person who is not good with him becomes beautiful, becomes wonderful. And fourth day, even he will become bad. And the first person will become good. Like that, mind can change. The relationships are not permanent. Go on changing. Therefore, don't depend anybody and anything for anything. Do it yourself. This is one very important lesson from this particular thought. Bhupa susevita basa nahi likhiya. Don't depend on him. Rakhiya nari jadapi uramahi. Even though you may have a very good relationship with that woman, don't depend. See, all these statements which are given for a particular purpose. You and I may not actually understand in the deepest form, but it has a meaning. Right? Rakhi enari jadapi uramahi. Jubati shastra nripati basanahi. And a nari, woman, scriptures, shastra, and nripa, king, all of them, even though you thoroughly master them, they will have a complete dimension which you might have left out. Therefore, take those three and they must be well protected also. That is another one. Why they have to be protected? Because they have lots of dimensions. For us to understand, for us to learn again, they must be well protected. Nari must be protected because she is the Grihini, right? Grihalakshmi. Nrupa must be protected. He is the Raja. His words are very powerful. And Shastra must be protected because it is that which will give us the knowledge of the Supreme. Therefore, all the three must be protected. Why? One example, even in Ramayan. See, Dasharat Maharaj, he had completely depended upon Kaikeyi. He has completely surrendered to Kaikeyi in a manner of saying. But what happened? And Kaikeyi, she was such a noble woman earlier. Until Manthara came and spoiled her mood, Kaikeyi was such a noble woman. And look at the amount of love she had for Ramchandraji. And overnight, tadang, everything changed. Isn't it? Therefore, mind should never be taken for granted. And Shastra say, and when Shastra say, it must be accepted. Everywhere in very many other places also, Shastra has said, three, and there are 2, 3, 4 other, this one we will not think about it now, should be very carefully dealt with. It is not to degrade three. We have to very carefully understand. It is not today. Stree Shakti is very highly talked of. I had spoken on the other day also. Stree Shakti is highly talked of. Today they can fly, fighter jets and things like that. All those are wonderful. But when it comes to the texture, the quality and texture of thoughts, you will find the very psychology varies. Naturally, there is a difference. Therefore, take care. The quote here is take care. It can throw you down or it can take you to the highest. Both are possible. Beware. Dekhahu tata basanta suhava. Now he says, brother, hey brata, tata, see how pleasant is the spring season. Priyahina mohi bhaya upajava. It is so beautiful, but look at me. Priyahina, yet to me bereft of my beloved. Sitaji, it is so frightening. It is bhaya upajava. It is kindling fear in me. It is so frightful. Biraha bikala balahina mohi janesi nipata akela. When the love god, Cupid, Kamadeva, when he saw me tortured by the separation, Biraha bikala balahina mohi janesi nipata akela, and I am all alone. Sahita bipina madhukara khaga madanahina bagamela. He sent his duta. Who? Madan. And then he said, go, check and come. And dekhi gaye bhrata sahita. And when he came, he saw Lakshmana along. And who is Lakshmana? Lakshmana represents Vairagyam. Anybody who is with that quality of Vairagyam can never be disturbed, can never be attacked. Therefore he says, Dekhi gayu bhrata sahita tasu duta sunibata. He went and reported to Kamadeva. Dera kinevu manautaba kataku hataki manajata. Now that Vairagyam is with him, you can't play your fool there. Impossible. He might appear as though he is struck by, separation with wife, but he is with Vairagyam. Beware. Dutas went and told him. Then what happened? We will see tomorrow. All right. सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय, श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम। सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय।